Hi guys, welcome back. Today I bring you good news to all the small, medium-sized, and big businesses. Like we all understand, the human resource management is a very demanding task full of challenges. And so our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare, has made it easier than you have ever seen before by creating a tool that is rather going to make the job not only easier but much fun. And of course, we're talking about one of our products of on passive called All Staff. And today, as you can see on the screen, I am joined by two experienced professionals who are going to tell us what All Staff is all about and how it is going to revolutionize the human resource industry. So please click the thumbs up button, subscribe, share, and of course, invite your loved ones so that we can share. And while we discuss, you share your perspective on the chat section. So Pooja and Andy, you are very welcome to Empowerment Talks once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll give you time first of all to quickly just tell us maybe confirm your name that I said it right and tell us what profession you are into and maybe how much experience, how many years have you been in your profession. Pooja, if you may go first, please.
Yes, of course. Thanks a lot, Comfort, and thank you, Andy. We are connected here. Okay, my name is Pooja. I'm from a place called Jabalpur, Karnataka. That is in India, MP, Madhya Pradesh. I'm born and brought up in Karnataka, Mangalore. When it comes to HR, like after my educations in Bangalore, I had been into Mumbai for starting my career, and that is where I started with recruitment. It was part of HR, and from since 2007, I've been into this profession. It's almost 14 years of experience that what I carry. I started from the recruitment, and today I manage the entire system, that is HR management system when it comes to even the recruitment as well as the payroll. So it is almost 14 years of experience into these things.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, that's really big. Thank you for letting us know, Pooja. And over to you, Andy.
Well, I've been in financial services longer than Pooja's been alive. Yes, for my sins, I've been in since 1986. It's a commission earnings only. I've worked for many companies over the years in various different locations around the globe, from the Middle East, South America, and throughout Europe. So.
All right. Thank you. Thank you guys for letting us know. And hello, Sister Fumi. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Papat Habai. We appreciate you all for joining, especially those who are joining from India and Asia. I know it's late night. And of course, thank you for being here with us. So, straight to business, Pooja, if you can, we know you've got a good number of years of experience into this profession. Tell us, first of all, what is all staff all about? Just explain what it is to us before you go ahead to say a bit more about that.
Yes, of course. According to me, if I have to brief all staff, it is nothing like any organization. The staff working will have to have a certain kind of process that they have to go through. It might be like their interviews, their joinings, their then it might be the appraisals and everything. So the entire process of the candidate
Mhm.
spending their time in the organization, there is a process defined that is all staff according to me.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Andy, I know that you are actually from another background, but you should have an idea because I know that you always have something to offer. In your own words, on your own understanding, what do you think all staff would be?
Uh, it like you say, it's a complete HR management system. The thing I think is key to a lot of industries is the single sign-on.
Hmm.
If you're doing like Pooja mentioned, interview process, that's one software. If you do the account side for the business or payment systems, that's another side of the business. So you have to sign out, sign in, sign out, sign in.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a complete system under one roof, single sign on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Pooja. I know I'll always start from you. I have I tried to do a bit of findings to know because so many people are excited about this about all staff, especially business people and human resource managers like you. Right? What are some of the challenges that you in this profession go through, and how do
Uh,
you think on passive is going to make things much better?
there are so many challenges when I go through. Like rightly Andy said, like we have so many different kinds of software. At this point, if I have to compare being into a level of manager, I have to also manage the team. There is a different softwares that I have to use to track their records. That might be for their attendance, that might be for their performance, and also that might be for their the employee engagement part, where they have the birthdays, anniversaries and things. So we have all different software. Again, the job posting, when it comes to it, is a different software. And we are working on a multiple software at this point. And there are times when there is a crack in the server, or else there is also like some we find hard times, even the Excel getting off from our system. There are so many challenges that comes. Then sometimes when the actual data is asked from us, our system is hanged, and we are not able to give because of the high data that is maintained in the server and things. So it is always like it has been a challenge for me to work on different software. I may have to like share it in OneDrive, Excel, as well as then also keep a backup in my email. So, and also like it is not assured the email would be safe for the long time, because there are sometimes if the server is again high, the email does not it gets auto deleted from the Outlook sometimes. And there are so many challenges like this kind of challenges, especially when it comes to a data of a candidate we face. And also like being into a consultancy part, I also have to maintain our client's record. So when a candidate joins and on our payroll, it is always a third party payroll. So what happens is, even I have to have a record of our candidate. And definitely, like when you have lots of data to maintain, it is very difficult when you work on different sites, different portals, to manage this.
Wow. So that seems to be like really massive, and just I'm just confused listening to that, and I'm not sure if I can even do the job because there's so much you have to move from one to the other and so on. However, before we go back to Andy, I would like you to let us know. Now, totally, there seems to be a difference because we're just all over the place about on passive and our old stuff and so on. How is old stuff going to make it different?
Okay, definitely OSTAF. Like when I saw the back office, the features of OSTAF, that really made me to realize that is completely like easy to use, friendly to use. Let me say something. If I have to train my team today on the different portals, I usually take even a fresh joiner. We also hire interns, that is a fresh candidates. So even if I have to train them from the start, it is very difficult to teach them 10 different portals. For example, like now we have for a job posting one portal called RMS Naukri, or else we have the second portal that is where we use for payroll and update, that is Piraya. And once the process starts in, like we have to do the entry that the payroll that the candidate has joined, and to maintain the record, app called Fathead. And also like into the exit. And when it comes to the employee engagement, the fourth app that we are using is this share services for the employee engagement. And the fifth app that we are using to monitor our attendance, the main thing where it comes is monitoring our attendance, we are using is pufferfish. It is all system. So it is not like I do not have to click my photos or something. I do not know if my team is actually working or something at this point. But when I saw the features of O stuff, it was very easy. One place you're finding all these features, and also even for monitoring your team, you have an access. Also, I saw special features with the webcam and the fingerprints and the face detection. I think getting all this into one platform is really a wow situation for me, because it will easier my life into not even half. I cannot even say it will only easier half. It will reduce my burden into 99%. I'm sure for that. The only part where I have to take care is like I need to monitor the person is really there or not, and that system is also inbuilt in the on passive platform most stuff. And when I was going to the features, I was very happy, and job posting was so easy in the back office when I did it for the testing part. So there was no there is no hassle to understand how to work on a system. Even a fresher can easily understand the system. That is what I feel.
Wow. So I think after listening to Pooja for this long time, I gave her time to really speak from the professional perspective. Andy, I know that you're a salesperson. So from your own angle, what would you have to say after listening to Pooja?
I think the first point um, is that there is a massive time saving here. Um, and for any business, a time saving makes a big difference. But if I relate this to financial services and a particular company that I know of, which is sizable, um, they have so many different systems that they have to utilize, um, and what they actually have is they have different employees to try and deal with the different aspects, because there are so many instead of a single sign-on, there's so many different softwares that you have to go into to monitor everything. um, Now, you mentioned about the process of interviews and what have you. This simplifies everything. You can cut down the time frame again massively, but you can also pick your potential employees a lot quicker. The training side of things makes life so much easier. So from a sales perspective, if I go to a company, a financial services company, and say, look, not only are you going to save time here, but let's also look at the income potential, because every single consultant that you have becomes a customer of On Passive. So every single client or employee could become a customer of On Passive. So there's an income for the business straight away. Now, if I roll that out into customers, and Pooja mentioned customers as well, this particular company I'm thinking of has over 50,000 customers, and they talk to 10 new customers every week. Now, as a salesperson, I might be able to convert three or four of those, but not all 10. But if you use the system correctly, you could have all 10 as On Passive customers, in which case you've got another income. Again, we have what's known as orphaned customers. In other words, they haven't got a consultant to look after them. And there's 20,000 of those. One person doing regular connections with these people, again, could bring in a massive income for it. But it's not just the single sign-on side of things. It's the management communication, the team communication, the consultants communication. You're able to send massive files through from one side of the world to the other, instead of being limited and you have to use Dropbox, or you have to use a certain type of software. So there are quite a number of different advantages to using single sign-on and the suite within the whole package.
Wow. This is so wonderful and it's so exciting just listening to this. The way how simplified you make it and everything. I think everybody, guys, whoever is joining us now or watching us later, can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
All right, sorry. Yes, guys, thank you once again for joining. So I am joined today by Andy and Pooja, and we are looking at all staff, which is is going to do the magic, this great relief to human resource managers and the whole industry. And of course, as you're listening to them, make sure you share to your friends and family, and help by subscribing to the YouTube channel you are watching on. We are running live on Andy's channel and on mine. And of course, if you are new to this platform, this is a great business that you just want to be part of. If you are not yet a founding member, watch out for this platform and any other one you are watching on, because any minute from now, we are going to show you how to join and be part of this fun by becoming a reseller. This is a business that everything is done for you. And if you're a business person or human resource manager, or you are in that industry, know that there's something magical here. Just with a click of a finger, after listening to the great professionals I have tonight, everything is done. There is no more stress of moving from one software to the other and back. The back and forth is all forgotten. I think I got you really well, Pooja. So if I really understood you, because I understand that the components, if I'm using the right word, or the features of all stuff are stuff like time and attendance management, recruiting and hiring, leave management, payroll management, and all those, which normally, Pooja, you would move from one software to the other to do all of these stuff. Do you mean now that with all stuff, you are going to have all of these things on one place? Like you just click and find yourself in there and that's it?
Yes, yes, comfort. And when not really the thing that is exciting is not only O stuff. If I see when being a recruiter as a HR specifically specialized in recruitment. Okay, I take the entire I take care of entire recruitment part. So we also have a process where we have to take candidates interview through Teams. So again, there is one application that we are using that is like O Connect, the other one. Also, like we have to track the candidates, we have to do their BGV background verification. That is 90% the candidates give their right details, and 10% still there are the candidates who they would not give their details properly. So again, the O tracker would come into a picture where we know like the maximum tracking and tracking of the candidates and things. Also, like if I see mail, yeah, in any professional, a mail would be the email would be the one point of contact to coordinate with the staff or the clients or something. So even mail would come into a picture. So when I say it is O staff, or O staff is not only giving me a benefit of reducing my burdens into recruitment, but also to the other activities that I hold on into the HR system. So basically, when I see the entire features of OnPassive, including O staff and the relevant other products that would help me a lot in terms of when it comes to recruitment, I'll almost generate my business. Not even I cannot even say even 100% with value added. It is always, I guess it will be more than 1000%. It is a value added to my current business, because almost like for all these applications, the each applications, I can always pick of India, because I've been working closely with this application, even finalizing with applications and things. So I know like each portal is costing the cost effectiveness of this each portal is very high, and we have a staff of 800 people working from home from different
Mm-hmm.
locations in India with the present organization. So for person, we have to at least, when I say one recruiter, we have to give them the portal access. We have to give them the login ID and password for all the job portals, their attendance platform. So when I see each portal would cost me more than rupees 1 lakh rupees per year for one candidate. So if I have to manage 800 candidates, it would be like, again the company would have to take 800 into 1 lakh per person. Okay, but same thing when I speak of my own team, I have to monitor them, and we get a monthly targeted budgets. Like you have to manage your team within this targets, budget targets. So it is a very the cost expense is very high. And especially in a consultancy vertical, like recruitment again has two verticals, one from HR, like that would be organizational HR, and one would be consultancy HR. So when it is organization HR, it is better, it is much okay. But when it comes to a consultancy level, yes, there are so many things, one from the candidate side, like committing and then not joining up the organization. the process is very slow and the cost effective is very high. So O staff will when I saw the features in O staff, the first thing that was excited was the cost effective is very less. The cost is very less and the
Mhm.
values are very high, and definitely this will change change the life of all the recruiters as well as HR people, because getting all the system in one place and then working on it on an easier way is something above features in on passive stuff.
Wow. Thank you so much, Pooja. So, Andy, I understand that Pooja is like speaking the same language with you because she has said a lot, but I want to sum it up into bottom line here is it's not only that on passive would take away the challenges, but on passive is offering you the services for less cost and huge, massive values. Do you want to say comment on that, Andy?
Yeah, as Pooja quite rightly said, each individual software for each individual aspect the company needs has a cost attached to it. Now, in sterling, I hear numbers being bandied about of anything from 5,000 to 50,000
Mhm.
a year to utilise the system. This is everything
Wow.
under one roof.
Hmm.
Now here's where the real interesting bit comes along, because the system that On Passive has designed is genius. So you come on board to use the HR platform, and let's say, for argument's sake, that there is a cost attached to that. It's going to be far less than you're paying at the moment. But as time goes on, as the group grows, bearing in mind if each individual employee then starts to use the products as well because the company's encouraged them to do so, you've got 800 customers in your, yeah, okay. So now the company are likely to get paid to use a super value product, a superior product, yeah, instead of having to pay for it. Now that's a win-win in anyone's book, isn't it? Getting paid to use a product that is far superior to what's available today, instead of it costing you thousands and thousands monthly.
Wow.
Uh, no brainer. Sorry.
Yeah. Wow. That's just brilliant. So there's one thing after listening to the old tech pro guys like for a couple of months now, I learned one thing, one expression I never knew because I'm not a techie person anyway. Single sign on. So let's look at single sign on really quick. What is it in the first place? We just want to give an idea to people watching us because we may be speaking to potential customers. We have business people all over the place. So first, what is single sign on, and does it really add value to the human resource management industry? Given that is one of the key features of say on passive. Andy,
Uh,
do you want to take this first?
yes, okay. Absolutely, Comfort. Absolutely. Think about this now. Let's take Marty as a marketing specialist. He would use an email marketing product, so that's one sign on. We're talking about websites, so that's another sign in. We're talking about domain name creation. We're talking about email marketing. We're talking about sales funnel. We're talking about the communication side of things. Now that's 5 different products that you've got to sign in, sign out of. But all of this is one single sign on under one roof. Okay, and that's just a few of the products. There's a suite of products coming out, and it's going to grow each and every month. But if you sign on once, and bearing in mind the security is high because of the type of sign on that we're doing, um, then you've got high security, single sign on, and you're into all of these various different products without having to log in, log out, log in, log out. There's a time saving there, as well as a cost efficiency. So,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely
Wow.
fantastic.
Well, okay, Pooja, I've heard from Andy. He says there's much to single sign-on, and most importantly, security. So, in addition to security, what else? How else is single sign-on in the human resource industry?
Yes, I completely agree. Acknowledge Andy on this, because yes, security is one of the most important thing that is required at these days too. And yes, when we see the staffing things and when we see the products of on passive, definitely it is like having a high security. Also the features, the cost effectiveness of the products, yes, of course, it is very minimal compared to the other products. And what other thing that excites is the excess easy access of the system that gives. I think there are so many people, like we say, when I started working as a fresher with the organization, I did not have anyone to teach me. I had to depend on my manager. But I think like in on passive, it is not like that. We have guiders, so there are so many volunteers who wants to teach us the products and want to teach us the features and things. So it is always easy for me and also to my customer to help. I can always refer the videos. I can always refer like any product, any job, any product or any job that we take
Mhm.
up. It is always understanding level. So when it comes to on passive products, I guess like we'll be having like I not really guess, I can confirm and say it, the wow factor would be like easy to understand and easy to like get access.
All right, thank you. Thanks. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, but let's go on. Andy, if you can add, please let me take care of this. Andy, just go ahead and say
No
something.
problem. I there are lots of things that are lots of products within the range that I can relate specifically to my industry. But I love the fact that the company itself, just by using the tools and products that we have, not only can have free and get paid to use the products, but that some of these companies run special events for top performers. Now, if they've got an income coming in from on passive simply because they've used superior products, then all of this extra cash could be used for that purpose if necessary, or for bonuses for customers. It's a customer's birthday, send them a bottle of wine. You've got money coming in. Yeah, it makes such a difference, the little things. And if you've got a system that can keep you in touch with all of those bits and pieces and make a difference to your customer, because it's not costing your business anything, you're getting paid to do it, even better. I mean, I've had clients over the years, many clients over the years, and just remembering their birthday makes such a difference to the customers. We've always worked on a referral basis. So if you do the right job for your customer, they're going to introduce you to others. It means your business grows. Now, with on passive, you've got even more of an opportunity because this opportunity spreads like wildfire. Yeah. So if you're showing someone something and you're using O Connect, for instance, to contact a customer for the first time, or an employee or potential employee for the first time, they could become a customer of on passive anyway, but they're linked automatically to you because you sent them the details to do a connection. When you're recruiting, again, you're simply using O Connect. You connect, send them the link. They're now a customer linked to you. Whether they join your business or not, they are a customer connected to you. The system is absolute genius, absolute genius. Never come across it before, but it will make such a difference to small, medium, large businesses, individuals. Huge difference.
Wow, this is just so exciting, guys. Do we have human resource managers or personnel in the house? Drop your comment. Let's hear your perspective. Add to what they are saying. And Pooja, if I understood Andy well, is he saying, because normally many of us, I don't know about you too, many of us and people like myself, we're joining on passive to make money. So is Andy really saying, am I understanding Andy well, that even companies will equally make money by through using these products? Is that the case?
Yes, let me give me an example when he was talking on this. Especially being into as I said, like there are two verticals, like corporate and the consultant. Corporate life is bit easier when it comes to HR compared to the consultancy level. So, being into a consultancy level, there are some consultants still in India pays on performance. Okay, like it is not the monthly like it is not the monthly effort seen of the candidate, the recruiter. I
Mhm.
can say like some there are at times the recruiter has given 100% of their time and dedication to the work, and because of some clients not being to the interview, the candidates get delayed of joining and the notice period gets delayed, and the performance for the month is nil. So the candidate is judged on the performance. So when it comes to performance, there is no actual system to judge the performance. And also what I saw the features in the back office of all those stuff has a different features, but like we can judge performance based on their daily activities. This is very in some of the organization this applications are used because it is hugely costed when it comes to performance. And like there are still consultancies like if the performance is nil and where the candidate is joining is nil and the performance has been really good of the candidate, like from the recruiter point, they do not see the efforts and the salaries are paid only as a consultant. They would not even get the half of the salary that is committed. So here it is the system, this would change the story. The on passive would change the story definitely. Being into like anyone, even if their candidates has not joined, at least they have at a month and something they'll be making for sure. Being into a customer reseller, using the products, they'll be getting repaid. So at least there would be something in their hand instead of zeros. So and also like the for the organization, it will be very easier whoever runs the organization to give this application. One, the minimal costing. Second, it would also take care the most of the people who is working in their business. They'll generate something for that. It is not always a zero to them, and at least there would be something the candidate would be taking to his home, her home, and in the month and endings. So it is completely the different situation when it comes to the package and the host on passive products. And has depth you go, there is lots to talk. You can it never completes to like there is something or the other we still forget to describe, discuss, because the features are in such a way like has discussion, then we can correlate, yes, this was the situation and this is the thing. And we have lots of things to talk in on passive products, like especially when it has the discussion takes place, it hits the mind. Whereas when we compare, like yes, as discussed, it will be much easier for everyone making something or the other than nil at the month end.
Wow. So thank you. I'm just learning a lot and nodding, and you can hear many people are just amazed of the information you are giving here. So I think knowledge, they say, is power. We know every day you discover something new about unpassive. This is just massive. Given that since the coming of COVID-19, work from home is now trending more than anything. And given that with all staff, you can manage everything like employee profile, tracking, reporting, and everything put together in one place. Is this like this is going to give more possibilities for people to work from home, work from anywhere? Is that a possibility? I think many people like hearing that these days.
Yes, it is. It is a possibility because as I said, like we have at this point, like the organization where I have associated with, yes, they have an already option of working from home. But as I said, again, the monitoring system is very difficult. The attendance monitoring system is only a application that will be monitoring the system. It is not monitoring me if I'm in the place, if I've entered, if it would not recognize if my husband have started my system or if my family member has started a system and have kept the timer on. But
Hmm.
in all staff we have a system of monitoring. So we need an access to our like it might be eye, so the face recognition, it might be thumb impression. So there are so many things, CCTV involved. So there are so many things, like staff will easier the life for everyone. It's not only from the point of recruiter, it was also point of, will be the point of any products that you're using across. There is a system that is going to easier your life in such a way that it was not the I guess the staffing and things, as not only staffing, any products I connect, it would be much easier, like to understand and use them. Also, like it will be main thing, as I always say, it will be a correction to corruption, because of the reason being, like so many systems on track and everything in place. Definitely this would be easing everyone's life.
Wow. So, Auntie, would you like to add something to what you just said about the yeah, go ahead, I think.
Yeah, COVID has changed our business dramatically. Um, Before we had to travel to customers, so we meet them in their offices or
Right.
neutral territory like a hotel, for instance, but generally their offices, and also depending on the location. So, if you're in Mexico, for instance, you meet in a hotel rather than the office. If you're in Dubai, you go to their office, but there's a travel time. Now, a lot of companies use at the moment various different video conferencing opportunities um, uh, to do meetings worldwide. For your consultants and staff, you're limited to the number of people that you can get on certain platforms like Zoom as one,
Hmm.
um, so without paying a substantial amount of money. But let's put this into perspective. The companies now, instead of paying to use the product, because of the number of consultants that they've got in their company, they're now being paid to use
Wow.
a system that is not only far superior to what's available today in the video conferencing option, but there are so many different add-ons that you could use, teaching methods that you could use. Now, I'll give you an example. One of my friends is a teacher in Portsmouth, and when the children um, were they had to teach them how to use Zoom, and that took 2 weeks. The problem is that when the kids sign on for the lecture or the lesson, they would then go and play on their PlayStation, and there's nothing that the teacher could do about it. He didn't even know if they were engaged or not. Whereas with the system that we've got in place, there is distraction detection equipment. So not only can you keep up to date with the activity that your consultants are doing, you can get paid to use the product, and you could have unlimited number of consultants worldwide in a meeting. Now, every time we take on new consultants, we have
Hmm.
to do a training course, and that's over a week. So now we've got a system where I can tape one of the training courses. I don't have to do it again. The new recruits can then watch that time after time after time if they need to. But now they get an understanding as to how to do the system that this particular company employs. Just think of the difference that this could make. I don't need trainers. I have one trainer that does a video and he puts it out, and people can go to their location straight away, or they can work from home.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can have conferences worldwide, and if I'm talking to someone in Africa, for argument's sake, where the bandwidth is pretty poor, the AI technology sends bandwidth to them so that they can still have their video on, so that they can still be seen by everybody and be able to speak without going, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." Yeah. So you like that, did you?
And
So just again, simplistic. Right, I'm going to get paid to use a product.
right.
How sad is that? Instead of
I
having
know.
to pay for a product, and the on passive one that we're using Zoom at the moment until we have OConnect up and running. But we have a 20,000 limitation to that Zoom call, and a lot of people get kicked out on a regular basis because they haven't got the bandwidth. But that costs the company $8,500 a month. Okay, now if I've got 8,500, if I've got 20,000 people on the call, I'm going to get paid to use that product. And every single one of those people on that call will be able to hear me. They'll be able to add in when they need to. They're not going to lose their bandwidth. They're not going to lose the volume or whatever it might be. They're not going to get kicked out of it. And you have whiteboards so you can teach people at the same time. This is phenomenal. This is just some add-on to the HR system. Employ that within the NHS in the UK, for instance. If you had the O staff in the NHS, just think of the time saving and the connection that you could have between hospitals. I need specialist advice. Right, I can get on a video conference with the guy I need to. Yep, instant. Right, now let's open that out to every intern and every student available for them to listen in. Now, the NHS now have an income coming in from on passive because all of those students are going to sign up to use the product anyway. It's phenomenal. How many companies get paid to use products? None. Every company pays to use a product. And the problem is you've got so many different products, you don't know where you are. All of this is under one roof, single sign-on. You've got everything where you need it. Value for money, superior products, but I'm going to get paid eventually to use these products. How good is that?
Oh my God. I know, Andy. I've never seen you this excited. So I know I can tell from your voice and how much you are pouring it out. How sweet this is, and I just hope whoever is watching us, be it now live or later on, find out more about what we are doing here. It's about a revolutionary business that's going to just turn everything around. Right? Have you ever seen a situation where you buy something instead of paying money to get that to use that thing? They pay you to use it. It's a reality as we speak now. Everything on passive, you are paid to use it. You are paid to do it. I think you can confirm with me that Lil Nakamoto is my partner, because the moment you were talking about this, the only word that came to my mind was revolution. And she said it is revolutionary having what we are talking about right now. Guys, we're talking about a human resource management application, web-based application called Allstaff, a product of OnPassive, that is going to render everything just like a toy. So human resource is going to be fun now and no longer stress and work, confusion, confusion, confusion. So this is good news to business owners, tiny little businesses, medium-sized, massive businesses. We have everything for you, and we pay you to use our products. We save you time, we save you money, we save you space and everything. Pooja and Andy, did that get you well? Because I'm just
absolutely. You've got to bear in mind it's not immediate. Yeah, as the customer base grows, and bearing in mind we have a potential customer base of over 5 billion now. All right, so the customer base will grow, and automatically customers will fall into companies' customer bases. Now, whether they decide to get paid to use the products or not, that's their choice.
Yep.
It's their choice. But they have that option, and that's the key. They have an option.
Yeah, they as businesses have an option to choose whether or not, but we are coming for this stuff and we're going to get it like now. So
I think from my point of view, if this had happened 10 years ago, I'd be a very, very happy person right now, because one of the most frustrating things in my industry is waiting months and months to get paid because we have to wait until the business issues. But if I've taken on customers simply because I've done a video conference with them to introduce myself and my business and how I work and what I can do for them, and I've now got a customer for OnPassive, that's one. If I do 10 of those a week, 10 weeks, that's 100 customers. Right, now I've got a regular income coming in from OnPassive, and I don't have to worry too much about
Hmm.
the income that comes in from a commission earnings only basis, because this
Wow.
pay is coming in daily,
Hmm.
not monthly or 3 monthly or whenever it happens, which is
Mm-hmm.
what I've been used to. But now all of a sudden it comes in on a regular basis. Yeah.
Wow.
Uh, Again, taking this one stage further forward, and I'm sorry because I am getting rather excited, but
I know.
when we go to a location, so I went to Dubai, for instance. Now, the setup costs for me as a new business to go to Dubai, I have to pay my rent. Now, to when I went in 2000, my rent up front was £15,000. Okay, then at the end of the year, they've put the rent up to 24,000. You then have to pay that, and so on. But that's not the only cost. You've then got to live for 3 months and wait for the first bit of income to come in. Now, in 3 months, 90 days, if I'm talking to two customers a day, that's 180 customers. Yeah, whether I sell to them or not, on passive is now there, and I've got an income coming in. It takes the burden from me to try
Hmm.
and find accommodation or pay for accommodation or wait for my income to come in. All of these financial services companies throughout the globe would
Mm-hmm.
make a absolute fortune simply by making use of the products and getting paid to use the products that are far superior to what they use at the moment. Thank you. Sorry.
Wow, thank you. You don't need to be sorry. That is on passive. So, thank you guys for the great contributions on the chat. Pooja, if you listen, if you see what Lynn just wrote there, he says, all staff is fully scalable. Can you explain this to us from your own perspective? I don't know if Andy would like to add something later too, please.
Yes, of course. Yes, our stuff is fully scalable. I completely agree with Lynn because yes, if has like again when Andy was explaining of the terms in 90 days and things, there was one that incident that hit my mind. Yes, being into consultancy again, the challenge where we face is like we get paid only after 90 days when the candidate joins and completes their 90 days with the organization. So what happens during this process is I have to maintain the data. I have to make the candidate get interviewed. So it will almost take if the candidate is working, they have to serve the notice with the present organization and then join this organization. The entire process to get me paid will take 6 months of time from the time the interview starts and the candidate joins and stays back with 90 days with the organization. But in between, if the candidate quits the organization, all our efforts taking into making the candidate get gone into interviewed and also like the half month, let's assume that he has worked only for 30 days out of 90 days, we do not get anything paid. Being a consultant, we do not get anything paid from the client because the candidate left and the term says like 90 days candidate has to stay back with the organization. So all our efforts for the first 4 months we took to place the candidate is in the vain. So again, where again in on passive, how it would help us is again like when I have my client and if I push my client to to be a reseller of on passive, and if they are maintaining, if we can send them the data through on passive, the connections, the OMail, and so we know that the candidate would also be using OMail. So when he is the candidate would be using OMail for certain days, 60 days, 90 days, and being our customer, again, we generate some revenue instead of being into zero. So, whereas this would also again be into a very scalable manner. As Lynn said, it will be completely into a scalable manner because of this, not only from the point of recruiter, but also for when it comes to the payroll management systems and everything. There is a cost effectiveness that comes involves in every app and every application that the organization has to use. Also there is a cost effectiveness with the every employee in the organization, because there are so many there would be a team of 15, 20, 25 working for one particular position, and then like not getting any revenue. Here you would be generating some kind of a revenue, at least for self.
Hmm. Wow. I'm just very, very excited because each time you think that you know everything about on passive, you learn something brand new. I just appreciate everything you are doing, and that's just the way to go, guys. This is good news. This is useful, very useful information. Make sure you share this with your friends and families and whoever, because our businesses are just suffering out there. They're crumbling and stuff like that, and this should surely be one of the problems. And if we've got a 100% solution, then we need to share it out, share it to people, and of course, get a link really quick and show them how to sign up and have a look at the back at our on our website, see what we have, read more about our products, and of course, finally make a decision to join us, becoming especially resellers, because like Mr. Ash Mufari promises, everybody is going to be on top of the game when you join, no matter in what capacity you come in as. So we really appreciate this team. You were just a wonderful, two great professionals, just doing it just the right way, and of course, useful time, quality time well spent. However, guys, let's just round up with on a note. We just want to comment on the fact that Mr. Ash Mufara keeps delivering as promised. So as from today, we saw that link number 65 has just popped up at the back office. So now it is twice a week, not just every Monday. We have every Monday now and every Thursday. Beginning today, we had our second website of the week. So what do you want to say about that really quick before we close, Andy? 1 minute for you and 1 minute for Pooja, just on the new website.
Yeah, let again put it from a slight sales perspective, if you like. The search engines, every search engine looks at what changes. Yeah, what changes are made within a website in order to put them towards the top of the search. Now, we every single founder and reseller, if they want it, will have their own domain name, their own website, yeah, which will change daily. What will that do to the search engine? There are 1.4 million of us, but we're putting into a rotator. So, from our point of view, and resellers, same applies. All of these opportunities, we're just simply going to keep going up to the top, to the top, to the top of the search engine every time.
Hmm.
You know, but it doesn't matter if you spread the word. I'm not good at recruiting, and I'm not technically minded. I love the simplicity of this. I'm the sales side. I'm not a IT specialist in the slightest, and half of these products I don't understand. But I do understand that if I turn a switch on, the electricity works. I don't need to understand how it works. It turns the light on. Yeah, that's exactly the same with what on Passive had. It is an automated system which is fully integrated with artificial intelligence that does the hard work for us. Fascinating and phenomenal.
Wow. Good, beautiful. Pooja, do you still have anything at all, any comments to make about the new websites? I just give you the choice.
Yes, of course. Because if we see if every like Monday and Thursday, has sir said, there is a delivery commitment, and like we are seeing it, it is being worked, and we see the changes, and the new website is really exciting because there are lots of new features, new pages that has been added, and lots of information. It is being adding, and also like has like last time he said you can be a follower or else or a performer. So it is always like better to be visit back office and see the new changes that is happening in the website, because there are lots of features involved, and also lots of knowledge that we can learn, and also we can teach people who wants to know about it. So if I have to say, if I have to give a information of any product, I should be first aware. Until and unless I'm aware, it would not make sense to give information on that particular product. So but all like when you visit the back office, I guess like the maximum knowledge that what we want to have is already there in the system. And if you really understand the system, and if you go through, I don't think so like you would be requiring people to help you on the maximum part for the simple questions like how the website, what the products are, and there would be some technical questions. As Andy said, yes, it's not necessary we need to know everything from the point of being a user, but when it comes to a person who would be want to learn things and want to share things, especially the back office having a new inbuilt process, like having everyday changes, so it would definitely help if you visit every day to the back office, learn and learn and learn. That would not only enhance your skills in terms of knowledge, but also it would also give you so many kind of knowledge that we have never been known in the earlier stage that this could have happened. So there are so many connections. So yes, I completely agree with this.
Wow. Thank you. Thanks so much, guys. So now let's close on this note. You want to quickly invite someone because we don't know who is watching now. We don't know who's going to watch after this. Uh, uh, Founder positions are already history. Is there still room for someone, Andy?
Absolutely, Comfort. As I said, we've got potential of 5 billion customers, and every single one of those could be a reseller if they want to. So we're going to have resellers earning far more than some of the founders. You've got guys with customer bases. Let's take a garage. Every garage has a customer base. They could
Mhm.
use that customer base and take advantage of what we've got. They've got an instant income. You've got huge companies, certainly in financial services, you've got companies with well over 5,000 consultants, 50,000 customers. Yeah. The HR staff, the coordinators, administrators, etc. That's an instant income. Whether they want it, let's put it this way: if they're going to get it, they just need to click the button. And anyone in their right mind wouldn't want to click the button if there's lots and lots of cash in that kitty. So whether you're a founder or a reseller, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can still make whatever you want to make as an income. It's unlimited. It's whatever you want to achieve and how quickly you want to achieve it.
All right. Pooja, over to you. Invitation. I've seen a lot of people watching, calling in from India, and it's past it's almost 2 o'clock now, 2 a.m. So you want to give a shout out. I don't know if you want to say namaste, choice is yours. I think we need to honor you for that. Thank you. Even people, oh, go ahead, it's yours.
Yes, namaste everyone. Just a line for them in Hindi. मेरे सारे दोस्त जितना भी इंडिया से इधर आए हैं, प्लीज इस शो को मत मिस मत कीजिए, बिकॉज लॉट्स ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको इस शो से मिलेगा. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I just want to use this opportunity to thank you, first of all, Pooja, for this is actually way past your bedtime. I really appreciate that is service. You are just doing it the Ashmufara way, sacrifice for humankind. That's just all we can say. Thank you so much for coming. And Angie, I appreciate at the last meeting, I call you 30 seconds to time and you're always ready to join us. I really appreciate that. Guys, Andy's joining with us and he's got a YouTube channel too called On Passive Revolution Andy Birds. So if you click on that, kindly subscribe to Andy's YouTube channel. He does very short, brief, educative videos that will be useful not only now but for as long as we exist as a company. Anytime people click on them, they will find them. So if you can click on those, you use those, share with your family members so they can understand what this whole business is about. And of course, go ahead to join us because there's still room. We really appreciate. And we can't leave without saying thank you to somebody I call our guardian angel, John Barilla. He is always there. He's on Zoom. He's on YouTube. He's the one. When I see him here, I don't care to read the comments because I know he takes care of the trolls and the whole environment is neat and clean and clear. So thank you all, guys. Thank you, family, for joining. Thank you, especially those joining from countries where the network is challenging and you stick to the screen until we are running to the end of the show. Thank you, guys, and see you again really soon. We are coming back. If you
Thanks,
have
Comfort.
questions, drop them. Thank you, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks very
Thank you,
much.
Comfort. Thank you, Andy, because it was really nice being here and speaking with the interest when we have when we share the same interest. And Andy, I really did not know you were having so much of explanations with a very beautiful manner. Thank you so much. Like gave me lots more to add on to my profile.
You
Thank you.
both were, you were
Thank
Thanks,
you,
dynamic.
Comfort,
Pooja.
for
Yeah,
inviting.
Great to talk to you.
yeah, thank you. All right, see you soon, guys. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you.